I was on my walk, as I do whenever I walk, and I was like, I haven't felt the urge to pick up, and immediately I was like, nice stick. I found some other things, and a dreadlock fell out. Well, I cut it out. It was like, first of all, I don't know how it got there. I'm still suspicious of that. I was like, hmm. But then after seeing what happened, I think I now know. Which might be a weirder story. So, yeah. Anywho, uh, and then I started to talk to my buddy who wanted a reading. So I gave him the reading, and then as I was doing it, I was flowing about, how we used to pick up sticks and rocks and shit as a kid. But like as a baby, you would touch everything, right? Anything that attracted your attention, you'd go and touch, inspect, put in your mouth, shake, try to get a reaction out of it, see what it does, to some extent. As a kid, everything you do because of your personality, your preferences, what you like. I mean, that's how it eventually molds. Like, instead of touching everything, like now we walk around the street, we're like, oh, that's grass. That's a flag, which could easily turn to trash, Blows too hard, it's in the middle of the street. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Because you could collect, uh, I didn't collect them. I was using them for it's good metal. You can bend and make jewelry out of it. I was like, I've got an idea. Infinite money solution. Um, yeah, so like one man's trash, another man's treasure. Because then you start to look around at things, and then you plus your past experiences, plus whatever it is you're trying to do in the current, in the future, things you've done before, you look at something and you're like, ah, I see art out of that. I could make that into a sculpture. But it is still a living animal, plant, life form, being, part of this reality we call oneness. Excuse me, life. Oh yeah, so sticks and stones. And yeah, you pick up nice cool rocks. And like these things, if you look, if you're an electromagnetic being, so anything you pick up puts a load on your charge. So if you walk around with sticks, stones, wands, jewelry, protection, rings, amulets, heirlooms, they add to your charge. Change it in different ways. Your electromagnetic charge. And when you lose them, seems like they did their job. It's either something tried to change your charge or your charge changed for the better or worse. You were walking around with too many bags. When you lose items like these, if you just lose stuff all the time, you gotta figure out your crime. Because, right, someone who loses things all the time is used to taking things with their mind. Not to say to take is wrong, but to take and take without giving sings a different song. My wand is starting to unravel. That tells me two things. One is that I need to blue things. Two is the red spews, because red is dead. And then number few, that would be 3 or more. But then 4 enters the other door. But then we she it out, because 5 says hi, and it brings about a spell to control the weather, you see. Because ha he a 1, a 2, a 2 da da de 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 2 de 1, 2, 3, you 4. It's true. 5. Hot 2. I said 1. 2. Ba-da-dee da-da-da. Ba-da-dee-dee. Ha he he. Ha ha ha. So all right. So you know how some people get told, "Oh, why can't you take seriously? You're all everything's a joke to you." Their soul song is literally a laugh track, right? And that happens to people who need to laugh to keep from crying. So those type of people are either loners or should be loners. If you're not, because you're forced into some familial arrangement against your will, but it was probably your will, but you don't know anymore, then, oh, you should start a band or a soul tribe. Make it work by finding your family. You can stay in your family, but you can have a sub-family, a second family. You need a new family for your new life, the new you. Right, your family thinks that you've been living Jane Precare, but you know, whatever word they use, recklessly, to where you couldn't live life on your own. You're like, bitch, I'm fine. You see my ass? Right? Or whatever, a random status symbol they think that equates to success or normalcy. Like, like, right, bitch, I'm fine. I pay rent on time. Like, I'm fine, I'm alive, I'm breathing, what do you want? You know, because it's annoying for people to be like, I just want the best for you. Then close my door. Leave me alone. Don't you see I'm busy? The best for me is to not bother me. But I also don't want to bother you. So if we need to change some arrangements, send that contract through, which I had to roundabout talk it out with a few people, because I'm like, hey. But then, you know, you can't just yell out hey at someone and expect a normal conversation to start, to brew. And I'm like, oh shit, wrong tone, let me come back. So like, it's funny because then I'll do that and people will be like, oh, I better get ready for what's coming next. It's just been my dad. I've been practicing all this because he's the one I have the most difficult time conversing with. So when he was like, I think we should move in together because I can't keep getting you out of the psych ward. That wasn't what he said. But he was just, no, well, I got evicted. Which I don't even know. And that's what's bullshit. Why did he get involved? See, that doesn't even make sense. Oh. No, I gave them. Did he have to sign? He did have to. Which he didn't have to. No, I put his name on all the shit. I was like, it's my emergency contact. In case I freak out. Call him before you call the cops, please. And that system worked. Until the management just up and switched. They just were just like, oh, instead of flipping houses, we're flipping apartment complexes. Yeah, this fucking investment company comes in, buys land, puts up apartments, starts filling them, and then sells them to a property management company. So overnight, the whole staff changed, and then I didn't have my safety net where I lived anymore. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize that. All my neighbors were like, "Oh, no, that's just crazy veteran, dude. Sometimes he walks around at night singing. If it's bothering you, yell pineapples. They're like, what? What? Oh, he's sleepwalking. If he's being too loud, you can either tell him to be quiet, or you can yell pineapples and he'll shut up and go back home. Yeah. I got pretty, yeah, anyone who ever came outside, like I talked to those apartments, and I'm like, hey, if you haven't heard, I'm the crazy veteran. I didn't know I do all these things, but anywho, yeah, fucking sleepwalk. And you can booby trap your house as much as you want. Like, I've inflicted a lot of self damage trying to keep myself locked inside. When you know how to pick locks and you've studied magic, handcuffs don't fucking work. And when you're kind of a freak, you can't really tie your own self up that well. I'm like, I need someone. Oh no, that's what I learned. Because when I moved back from COVID, I moved back from California. I moved back from California back to Houston. From California to Houston, back to Houston. From Houston, I joined the military, ended up in California, and stayed. And COVID was like, hey bitch, and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to, germs? They're like, you might want to go check on your family. And I'm like, touche. That and a bunch of situations. Like my whole situation, my last few months, the build up to COVID, I was like, yeah, I might need to go check on my family. Because you can lose them at any moment. Wow. None of us would we're all pretty good at dealing with death at this point. We've all gotten that call like, hey, we don't know if they're gonna wake up. I'll call you back. We've probably had that for each. Oh no. Well, I knew Shang had I watched him have the injury. Yeah, we've all died and been resuscitated, which is like a cool thing. to be like, oh, all this bullshit isn't bullshit, dude. What you guys are talking is real. And they're like, yeah. And then they're like, yeah, I knew that too. And they're like, then why'd you just ask that question? And I'm like, what question? And they're like, oh, I see what you did. So yeah, moved back, Tejas, chilling, doing okay. My apartment complex was chill, but until they swapped. So I was in they swapped like property managers and everything, and so like I'm in there trying to like reintroduce myself. And then so one day the lady comes, she's like, hey, I just have to like let you know, like, we're not your friend. You can't just keep coming up here. And I was like, ooh, point taken. I was like, no, you're right, because every time I came up there, I got distracted. Well, I didn't have shit to do, so I just go up and talk to the people. Yeah, I was holding them under arrest. like to go and bother someone where they work. It's actually like a really funny tactic if you're a bored person. But then like she was like, hey, like you can't come up here every day and just sit here and talk to us. But then because like also then I would just go in the lounge and like chill. Oh, which should have been fine. It was the coming up and talking to them. Yeah, because I said a bunch of weird stuff. And the dude was like, what? And then I was like, oh no, shit. Because I've learned after you blabber out something and don't remember what you said, you can't ask them what you said. Because then you look super crazy. Because you don't have enough time to explain yourself Where they're just like, one of two of these people is leaving this conversation right now. Never talk to me or my children again. Yeah. So I'm always just like, oops. Let me leave before I burn this bridge. Yeah. That's like the funniest thing. To be like, wait a minute. Yeah, to have studied yourself now scientifically in every way. Well, in all the ways you need to. All the way, yeah, fuck it. I've studied myself enough, put myself under enough scrutiny, made enough journals and notes on how I work that I find that I can now breed. Because I wouldn't want to be a bad father. So I need to know how I work under all conditions. Just to be like, do I actually unconditionally love myself? Yes. Can I unconditionally love someone? Yes. Else? Yes. Will I be able to be? Yes, I will be a great father. I learned I could foster children as a single person. I thought I needed everything. No, you don't even need a house yet. You can be renting and foster. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. I just want to be a good dad. I didn't think I could because of my genetics. No proclivities to any mental anything because of my genetics. I didn't think I could be a good dad. Yep. I made that decision way before I had any suicide attempt. Well, no. Yeah, that won't. Right, you can't say that. You suicide attempt at 5. But that's by having dodged assassination attempts. Infanticide. Yeah. A lot of women that have been prescribed lithium commit acts of infanticide. I think I read that. Lithium's a hell of a drug. Holy shit. It's for clock batteries, not brains. Because of the way time works. If you were a person that would eventually be prescribed lithium, you'll act like someone now as someone who needs lithium. And isn't that a weird paradox? Because no one needs lithium. So what are you acting like? Aha, there we go. You're acting out. You're acting a set of codes where the system is like, uh-oh, they're doing these things that they're not supposed to. That's what's life. That's when life gets hard or checks you. Or you feel like, meh, 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 meh. I don't know how you people feel, but I usually feel, meh, meh. Yeah, it's because, like it's so to say we live in a matrix, a lot of people don't understand what that means, but they still use the term, which I don't know if I like or not. Because to say we live in a matrix doesn't mean we live in a computer. To say we are a simulation is redundant. So I'm like, yeah, well, technically, obviously, reality is a matrix. We don't live in a matrix. So I can see how people, well, yeah, movies and stuff dumb things down. So like, all right, cool. Now everyone's like on this dope thinking of of breaking out of a shell, breaking out of a system, breaking out of a set of routines that you didn't even think you're being manipulated and controlled and designed to enjoy and like and do. But at the same time, knowing it all doesn't fucking matter. Like, right? Because you can't wake up. There's nothing to wake up to. There is no your body on some it's being sucked by aliens. I mean, there technically is. And you can go and wake up to that reality if you want. So disregard everything I just said. In this life, that won't happen to you. Because you made it. You're here, bitches. You're in heaven. Like, I don't know why this is so hard to understand. This is heaven. It's also hell. Haha. So, right, this is the promised land. This is the Garden of Eden, Earth 70, that you were supposed to take care of. Looks pretty shitty to me. But whatever. To each his own. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I can just go back and the fuck. I am not prepared for that amount of adventuring right now. And it's gonna rain. Okay, so what was that? Bless you. For sure, brother. Doing some tree trimming.
Yeah. One of the branches fell out yesterday. I think it was.
Oh, when it.
I had to clean it up.
Mother Nature, right?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
It's where we live. We live here for free. Oh, these just fell?
Yeah, those and this one. I don't know why this one fell off though, because it's still green.
Ah, right. I have to dry them out.
It's
Oh.
out and
They're already rotted? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks, it's kind of dead. Dang. You know I like a good stick. Such a fucking idiot. I mean, well, no, the looks. So I've been looking for a good walking stick. I mean, I made one, and then I magnetized it. That shit is dope. Yeah. So it works as like a pendulum. It points to true north if I hold it. Yeah. But it's just not long enough. And it's too fragile to be like a long term. It's good for city. Right. It's good for me walking around. But it's not like, it's more of a, yeah, it's not a traveler's walking stick. I can't put much weight on it. I can't put any weight on it. It's too short. But it's dope as shit. Like, right. It's dope as shit. Perfect piece of bamboo. Didn't even need to cut it. And then found a fucking metal tube that fit for a handle. Wrapped some wire around it. Did some magic. Put a coil. What's going on, brother man? Okay, cool. And this lighter works. I had a great idea earlier today because I need a bandolier. And I was like, well, I'm not buying one. Duh. I was like, all right, what am I going to make one out of? Old lighters. And then I got like, when you get sad and then you get stupid, you're like, why would I think about that? I was like, oh, but there are so many old lighters I threw away. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh, if I could go back in time and get those lighters. See, that's why don't give me time travel. I would waste it on, remembering where I put my keys. Yeah, go back. I time travel to watch where I put them, and then go back and get them. There's a floor mat on the ground. I mean, this is the floor, technically. It's that house with a bunch of stuff on it. There's no fork. Fork wasn't there before. See? Paying attention. It just sucks when you can't turn it off. And it's like, I did this to myself. Well, it's not I did it to my... I did. I turned it, instead of being like, oh, that's an autistic kid and he needs to learn self-control, I read a ninjutsu book. And it was like, you can increase your intelligence and like perception and memory skills by taking note of more things. Like, how many things can you see at once? I don't know. Start to still your mind, body, and vision, and then see what you see. Because to be autistic, and because yeah, everyone wants a definition, is to be alive autonomously. If you need to give it a name. What does that mean? Well, everyone has DNA, right? Right. That's undeniable. That DNA is what, huh? Oh, I don't know. I'll wait. It's information. Okay. That information, contains in it. Ooh, what do you think information contains in it? And that's the fucking question of the day. Information contains in it whatever the fuck. Yeah, whatever it was informing. Who would it be informing? Who would your DNA be informing of anything? Be informing you. But what? Informing you of what? How to diagnose yourself. Huh. That means something's wrong. Exactly. All right, you're going to have to slow down and speak better. Life only fucks with you if you don't know what you're doing. So whenever you don't know what you're doing, life comes in. It's like, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. These are all the things you could be doing. Choose one. And then it just sits there and stares at you. And we have all these metaphors, allegories, stanzas about the light at the end of the tunnel. Except the tunnel isn't right. That's okay. So that was my little me getting in a little tizzy. I was like, ooh, I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, it's always funny when people are like, their spiritual journey, and the way that they would start to describe it makes it sound like it's a linear path. And like, I'm always like, oh, well, I don't want to like. And then I was like, no, see, look, you said the right there. You almost demoralize yourself. Well, I don't want to share my opinion since we have a different opinion, and I don't want you to feel different about me. Or I don't want to say that you're wrong. Because a lot of people, like, if you share your opinion, they're like, but, and I was like, bitch, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying this is mine. It came from my mouth. Of course, it's my opinion. I shouldn't have to sit here and sugarcoat everything. Like, why are we even having this? And that's how I usually figure out. I was like, oh, this person can't be my friend. No. If we have to sit here and do that more than a bunch of times, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But I don't even know what I was talking about. So, bird's the word. Because a flip of the rule, a switch of the two. A one-y, a one, and then me is you. Oh yeah, other people like talking about the same thing. But it's like the explanatory gap, which is another stupid concept. Human word can't explain experiences to each other. Like to the simplistic sense of
you and I wouldn't even call this the same color. We might call it the same color, but we will never know that we see it the same. And we probably don't see it the same anyway. But we'll call it the same color. And so we'll never be able to actually describe that with words to each other in a way that would ensure we knew that we were seeing the same color. Because just like you're all fucking. Which is like such a. It's so interesting. And then that pisses me off. And I'm like, how's neurophysics? And I'm like, wait a minute, maybe that's the wrong. I was like, how's neurophysics not bigger? And I'm like, oh, obviously. No one gives a shit about the brain if you've got science, if you've got space to explore. That's just men like dark holes. So men always think upward, women always think downward. And it's not always, and it's not a, these are generalizations, I guess, because men and women are not two different entities. You're a gender. Men and women are genders. You're both. Exactly. I've said too much. But you're having a good time, so fuckity fine. Wait, well, you came back here to get crafty as fuck. I know. That's what I'm doing. Well, I'm having a smoke first. Good. We just wanted to make sure you were not. Ah. So, fun thing I learned about this is dissociative identity disorder, is that they run on a 28-day cycle. When I say they run, I mean each of my personalities, which is interesting because that number even changes daily because of ego death. Because like you would call them multiple personalities. I would just be like, well, these are the defense mechanisms I used because of these infractors in my life, which now are so prominent in my personality that they have different names, because it's oh, you're acting a certain way. So I gave them names, and it's like, oh no, that's because I'm feeling this way. So then my psyche responds this way. And now I'm at the point where I know that. And so now I need to, whenever I start consciously losing control, I need to be like, hey, why is this happening? What traumatic experience that became my protector, spirit, person, God, whatever you want to call it, my God, whatever thing I needed to start guarding my dynasty, my dreams. Whichever one of you I don't need anymore because that protection is through. You can leave and take your two. And that's what I kept forgetting. You can kick one entity, spirit, personality out. Bad habit. If you want to get less esoteric, if you want to make a change in your life, if you want to stop doing something, but that one thing isn't just one thing, it's like a chain of things that happen over time, and if you finally want to break the cycle, then you gotta kill something in yourself. Right? You have to kill a way of thinking, you have to kill a mode of reacting, you have to kill a behavior pattern, you have to kill an addiction, you have to kill a spending habit. Kill doesn't mean what you think. I mean, it does mean what you think. It means so in computer terminology, computer science, kill just means to zero something out. So to turn it off and on. Kill the sequence, kill the terminate the process, stop it. And it's so funny that humans have gotten so used to this concept of, oh, your brain is a supercomputer. No, you stupid dumb fuck suck nuts. Your brain is your brain. A computer mimics how your brain works. Computer will never be able to outthink a human. It can do calculations fast, but that's what we pay it to do. The grunt work. We made computers to do calculations because we wanted to keep our fingers from bleeding so we could have more time for art. Because you don't seem to understand what calculations are. They cause calluses. And obviously, what do you think the purpose of the very first computer was? Programmed to calculate. Well, that's what they wanted. That was the goal. Yeah, exactly like the movie fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Once they built a computer strong enough to calculate it, they asked it the question and they gave him a fucking ASCII answer, which is my favorite thing. They gave him an answer in ASCII, which is a computer language. Am I saying it right? Yeah. 42 is asterisk, which asterisk is, anything. So what's the purpose to life? Anything you want it to be. What's the meaning to life? What is life? So, all I want to do is have enough money to buy my mother a house. And then what? If I buy $5 bottles of whiskey every day, except Sunday. So that's 150. But then, sometimes you like eating food. But you surprisingly get a lot of free food. With the food budget, I don't know. What's a house plus food? But I get that. That's what I'm saying. I get that a month. I can pay for a house and food. It's either I get out of this lease. See, you've already talked this. Then why are you? Wow. Okay, hold on. That's not redundant. Redact. No, not. Those are different words. To redundant to redact. That's interesting. So wait, to re, but then okay, we know what re means. Ricky. And what's read? So eed, ingest data. So to re-ingest data, because that's what reading is, right? If you already know it's because it's in your DNA, and that's just funny that people aren't. That's what's dumbass. That's a good thing to change. So don't say it out loud. That's how you change education. You change. You could start at the beginning teaching people how to learn. So instead, school is just there to foster creativity instead of teach rudimentary, like a base level of like a weird amount of like, oh, these are things normal people should know. You would figure that out by trying to figure out what you like. Because you try to figure out what you like and how it works, someone would have to teach you something. So then, because right, that's my problem. Not everyone. So the numbering, the age system, everyone that's the same age goes to the same classes. That's what I don't like. You don't mature. Your brain doesn't mature you can't process numbers until a certain age, and that changes based on trauma and like environment, how that kid was raised, what that mom ate when that kid was being formed, like everything. But it's not even like it would be expensive because you could do it all, and I hate that that's actually makes more sense now. Because I don't want to say you could do it virtually, because some people do not need to do shit virtually. Oh, so then you would just split it like, oh, do you want virtual learning, half and half, hybrid, or hands-on, everything? Because some people need hands-on, but those people are the geniuses. People that are like, nah, just give me something and then tell me what you want done with it. So you can do hands-on, you can do the virtual learning for all the masses. So that's how I feel like school should be switched. You want your kid to be the handsy one, the one that can do things, and then they would get the special treatment. If your kid can turn noise into sound, noise into music, paint into art, a mess into a creation. But then I'm like, all that should be done in the home. Government shouldn't be spending as educational budget. You should just be giving people homes and then being like, here's your grant. Oh no, then you supply what does your family want to do? What's your family business? Okay, here's a grant for that. And then you pay the grant back with, that would be the way the government makes money. You give your people what they need, and then you prosper by what they create. That's the whole point of government, because there was no point of being governed. Like, hey, this is my shit. As long as you don't touch my shit, we're good. People started touching other people's shit. Other people around didn't like the way some people retaliated. That is the need for governing. Other people's fears. As long as, hey, this is my shit, you do your shit. Okay. We can do and then people started doing shit together, and they realized, oh, if you do shit together, you can do shit faster. Oh, okay. I still want to do my shit over here. I like my life and my shit. And my shit fortress. I have a shit moat. It keeps the white knight at bay. Right? Get all your shit, stuff it in a sack. Right. Oh, now I have to do things to own my own shit. What? Like, look, there's shit over there. Why can't I just take that shit? Oh, because it belongs to no one. It belongs to the government. The government is not a person. So the person I pay to... Exactly. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit to be governed. But you're this far in you're 2025 and you didn't figure it out yet. So enjoy. Let the robots do it for you, and then we can have a reset. Oh, if you didn't... Oh, yeah. Not your narrator for life, but I was given that job, the Universal MC. So, not... I mean, so the MC narrates the story at sometimes, but then it just also hypes shit up. It just talks a bunch of crazy shit. So you're like, do I want to put my hands up like this MC is telling me to? Or I don't want to yet, but I will eventually. And now one of my hands are in the air. Oh shit, he's right. I am losing control. I will bring it. I'll do both hands half up. I always thought that shit was so funny. I was like, at concerts, I was like, I'm not doing it because you told me to. You didn't say Simon Says. And then I was like, this DJ has so much power. No, and then, like, no, spiritually. Metaphysically, Tesla was proving this, and then humans can generate
obviously humans can generate energy. You can speak, you can vibrate, you can jiggle, you can wiggle, you can think, you can create. But if you get a bunch of humans to do the same thing at the same time, whoa. And that's, so there's a dance created by Misty Tripoli? Misty. I know I'm saying that correctly. Because it's with an I. 2 eyes. The World Groove Movement. Yeah. So, oh my. I want like that story video recreated. So I'm not gonna tell it. But that's like my favorite. It's my favorite It's my favorite experience. Was meeting her. And then us dancing. I closed my eyes the whole time. And I was the leader. My friend was like, I was watching. You closed your eyes the whole time. That was the most amazing shit I've ever seen. I was like, do you want me to tell you about how it felt? Yeah. And then so after that, I just kept getting better and better dances. But then those people I fell in love with. And I was like, damn it. Is this my life now? I can only enjoy dancing if I dance with. And then I was like, ooh, the paradox has been found. It's okay to love everyone. Why would you not love everyone, right? Like, why would you hold that? Why would that be a thing that you'd even consider something to hold a fear, right? Oh, I thought I loved myself all the way. Well, I guess you don't. Well, how do I figure that out? I guess you won't. You won't figure out when you finally loved yourself until you, because you don't know the depths of your depth. You don't know the dark. Most people don't know explore their darkness. And I love exploring mine, except my silly ass wasn't exploring it. I was still doing it the normal way. I mean, not the normal way at all. I mean, the Japanese way. The Bushido blade. To meditate on death. Like, to imagine yourself getting ripped apart by 1,000 arrows daily. Like what is the Prometheus who has his liver ripped out because he stole fire? Like, yeah, these what's the other one? Job, to have everything stolen from you, taken, to lose everything and still remain faithful. Like, right, these stories, parables, rhymes, limericks, koans, stanzas, verses, bibbles, babbles, bibles, stories, tales, tall, fables, myths, words, novels, rhymes, verse, prose. There's so many words to say word. All these words written in in order to tell a story. All of these, yeah, hashtags, which is a funny thing. which, right, all of these hashes and tags that have been solidified somehow, put, yeah, another life form had to change shape for you to make your hashes and tags so you could write down the shit in your fucking head. You had to go and destroy something beautiful so that someone else could hear the dumb shit in your head. I love thinking that way. And Uranus is not that far. Wait a minute. No, that is. Oh no. Stand up slow. No. Okay, pull that out. I gotta like Tetris myself because I forgot that I had two cancer sticks that did not have. Yeah, they made it. They did not break. I'm happy. I'm not happier than I was. I put myself in a false situation and then experienced dread. Brought myself out of it by looking down and using my mobility and dexterity to then be like, ha, Schrodinger's cigarettes are unbroken. Now I am happy because that. No, you made yourself sad. You idiot. You just went back to being normal. Oh, that's crazy too. Where the fuck is that lighter? Oh, where I left it. I hate it when I do that. Pass Carl. We have things to talk about. I like to leave him in suspense. So, A, she teaches the master's film program that my brother's student, my brother's teacher, who he's like, I guess it would be the documentary class. So that teacher, who he's like showed it to, and so she gives him his critiques and stuff, and she's over here just blowing my head up. Well, he started it with like, dude, I'm doing the documentary right now, and like telling me. So he's like pretty. So he does this thing where if you tell him anything that you're interested in, like visually that you've seen before, or he'll just start talking about it. And so anything you like or you want to watch, he'll tell it to you. And then if you haven't seen that episode, he's going to spoil it. It's what he does. Because he just enjoys. He enjoys creating visualizations in people, and so so the way he talks is weird. I've been working on him with his speech so much, but he's gotten way better, and it's definitely due to him learning languages and traveling. Yeah, he speaks way more eloquently and fluidly, except to me, because that's just us. And I know that, except I forget it a lot. And then I forget it, and then I forget that I forget it, and then I'm just older brother angry. I'm like, shut up, idiot, before I punch you and give you a swirly. But yeah. We got a good thing going. So yeah, so he's telling me, she's like, I'm gonna send it to you, and he's like, do you want me to tell you about it real quick? I was like, oh, I know you want to, so sure, tell me about it. So he tells me the whole thing, but then like listening to his commentary was like a good experience. Him being like, and then when we were walking around, I just had the camera, and then we saw your friends, and then I captured this smile you made, and it was, I have to say, super cute. Like I was like, what? And then she gave you the thing, which I didn't get on camera, and I'm like, oh, you didn't. I was so like I manifested them being there, and then when they were, I was like, sick. So they had someone. So in Austin, everyone Minecrafts. They just walk around picking up sticks. People will leave like their any trees and stuff. They'll leave it in a spot that like the garbage man won't take. People will like pick up your sticks and start pull out their knife, whittle. I was like, cool. Gotten in trouble for having a knife a few times, so I didn't bring any. So then After I saw that, I went and got one. I got a 3 actually. And then got to just, yeah. You see a cool stick, you pick it up, you're like, ooh, what could this be? You find some fucking wire or string, you turn it into a bow. I'm just walking around looking for arrows and fucking shit. Having the time of my life. But then like walking, and then being like, you try to walk into somewhere, you're like, I want something to eat, or I need to use the restroom. You're like, I have all this dangerous equipment with me. Yeah, like bleeding, like where I turn, got just a bloody rag because I cut myself and just ripped off some of my shirt, tied it together. Yeah, I look crazy as shit. My brother said, so one of the things he said to me was like, as he was telling his teacher, he's like, yeah, it's like I had this like in my head, like, I mean, my brother looks homeless. I mean, but like he has a home and he eats 3 times a day. It's just my brother. So like in his head, he was like, someone's gonna like I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm homeless and they shoot homeless people. And I was like, bro, but I'm not homeless. I live in my mind. Can't be homeless when your home levitates. And makes noises for free. Like, what's? Can't be homeless when your home has wheels. And can't be homeless when your home can swim. I can go on. Someone stop me. I can go on forever. Can't be homeless when your home can learn how to fly and build a rocket. And then fake a rocket. Well, did they fake? They faked the shit out of that video. I know, at least the video is faked. And then that hatch thing, that I've known shit about that. Like, I've watched hours of NASA shuttle videos. I was like, oh, that's not how it happens. And you guys decided to film this? Silly gooses. Any hooses. My nooses is looses, and my shabooses is truces. My tresses is restless, and my gresses is the bresses. My bresses is tresses, my tresses is breeze. My BTs, beta taters. Better taters. Beta tata is the word, but beta theta. Oh, to be a beta theta. Oh, no, beta and theta waves. Fuck yeah. Thank you. So, what I just remembered. Because, yeah, all that talking was, I was trying to remember something. This whole video was me trying to remember what I needed to remember. And it was BT, beta, theta, are the 2 vibration frequencies I need to listen to. Now I need to see which ear is which. So I found my headphones, but separately. So I found these, whatever. I found a left and a right different brands. So, and now, yeah. So I was excited because I was like, sweet, I can finally do it. Even though I've had headphones, I just lost the goddamn AirPods in Austin. They're gone. And well, one got water damage, and then I lost the other guy. Man. Anyhow, Brooklyn Zoo. Why is 1 2 and 20 is 3? Hey, maybe, but baby, bitch, please. Ha ha ha, hee hee. 1 2.
Ah, there we go. A shoe. Oh. Oh.